Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Media Day, because if you're an NBA fan or follow NBA pretty closely, you know that Media Day happened for 25 NBA teams yesterday, and then the other 5 happened a little bit earlier because those teams had to go to, I think, Dubai and like Australia or something, so they had to do their training camp or their Media Day a little bit earlier so they could travel to where they're playing their preseason games. Yeah, I just wanted to go through some of the quotes, just talk about stuff a little bit. I'm probably just gonna go through the NBA Central account and just see what quotes they have there, because it's probably the easiest. So starting here, we got a quote by Michael Porter Jr. I don't even know if we want to talk about Michael Porter Jr.'s quotes. He says, he describes his perfect wife as, "I don't want a woman that acts like a dude." Yeah, I don't know. The Nuggets did a good job in hiding what type of, or like the stuff that MPJ says, or like his personality. Because ever since he's been in Brooklyn, he's just been saying whatever he wants. But yeah, let's keep moving on. Spencer Dinwiddie saying, "I don't see us having a bottom third or lower level talent." I mean, if Spencer Dinwiddie, now a Charlotte Hornet. With the Hornets, they definitely added something they needed, which was just a lot of more veteran ball handlers with Spencer Dinwiddie and Sexton. Hopefully eventually get Grant Williams back and some more vets back, and then if LaMelo can stay healthy, that team could be pretty good. The last time the Charlotte Hornets were good was when they had Terry Rozier, another guard beside LaMelo that was a little bit older, but yeah, that's what they have a little bit more now with Sexton and Spencer Dinwiddie. So I could see the Hornets having a season where they're back to almost making a play-in like they did that one year when LaMelo was healthy and made the All-Star game. I think that has definitely a lot of potential. I wouldn't bet on that though. I don't think Charlotte will be that good, but they could fight for the play-in though. That's all I'm saying. Now I got a quote from Ingram. "The most impressive thing for me is seeing every seat in the arena filled up every single game, no matter winning or losing. That definitely wasn't there in New Orleans." So that was Brandon Ingram on Raptors fans versus Pelicans fans. I mean, yeah, I think New Orleans is known for maybe not having the biggest basketball market there. The arena's always one of the least filled arenas in the league, so makes sense. I think Raptors fans are pretty good. I mean, I'm a Raptors fan, so obviously I'd say that, but I'm not from Toronto, so I don't really know exactly what it's like there, but yeah. Here's another quote about Toronto here. Bruce Brown saying, "As soon as I got to Toronto, I thought about coming back to Denver right away." I feel like that was kind of just a cherry pick quote, saying how he's trying to make it seem like he hated Toronto. But if you watch the whole thing, he was more just saying he didn't like playing for the losing team, so he just wanted to go back to somewhere Denver. Obviously worked out for him, and yeah, I don't think it was a shot at, if you watch the actual interview and what he said, it wasn't a shot at Toronto or anything, because obviously they're just on 2 different timelines. I think that's what he was saying, more Toronto was a rebuilding team, starting a little bit of a rebuild, whereas he was an older player who's already kind of proven himself and wants to play for a winning team. So yeah, makes sense. Walker Kessler is frustrated with him not getting an extension. Yeah, I don't really know why Utah wouldn't have. I mean, I don't know how much money he wants, but I feel like that's definitely a player, one of Utah's younger players that has shown a lot. So I would definitely extend him if I were them. I don't know how much money it is, but if it's not, he wouldn't be getting a max or anything, I don't think. But yeah, Walker Kessler, one of the better rim protectors in this league, and is still very young, and just could be a very good player to have for Utah as they move on and try to find their other players. You're something about Giannis missing Media Day because he had COVID. That's the first time I've seen someone having COVID in a while. But yeah, he missed Media Day because of that. Damian Lillard doesn't plan on playing in the season, which we already kind of knew. He was going to be a kind of an assistant coach. I think there was a quote, Chauncey Billups said he's going to be the highest paid assistant coach in the league. Derek Lively grew 2 inches this offseason and now stands at 7'3". That's interesting. I don't know. I feel like we see stuff like this and then you don't actually notice it too much, but I don't know. 7-3 is that, like, I feel like that's when you get into that height where you're just like one of the giants in the league, you know, like the 7-3, 7-2, 7-4 guys. So, I mean, Derek Lively already a great lob threat, so if he's 2 inches taller, that'll help. Definitely. Another Bruce Brown thing, it was a long 2 years, a lot of losing basketball. I mean, okay. Yeah, he was on, I mean, Indiana. I mean, they got better when they got rid of him, so. And then he was on the Raptors and Pelicans, which weren't great teams, so it makes sense. Then AD, this was an interesting thing. He has to wear, and he was like, his doctor says he has to wear protective eyewear for the rest of his career. So he's gonna be having goggles on or some sort of like glasses for the rest of his career now, which, I mean, is interesting, I guess. We'll see how goggle AD is. Yeah. CP3 is a picture of CP3 back in the Clippers uniform. That's cool. I think CP3 could be a nice point guard off that bench. And yeah, have a lot of leadership there. And he's got like John Collins and Zubac just to throw some lobs too. So, you know, obviously it was the Lob City Clippers last time he was there. So he's got some options. And Derek Jones. No, wait, no, never mind. He's not there anymore. Okay. I don't think we have ever seen that type of athleticism. KD on Amin Thompson. Yeah, you see that a lot. Like the twins are just crazy athletic. Yeah, they're fun players to watch. Austin Reeves could reportedly receive up to $40 million per season on his next contract. I wonder if the Lakers would actually do that though, like, because then you're paying your maxes to him and Luka. I mean, that could work. It just, I don't know. Neither of them are. I mean, Austin Reeves, maybe he can lock in and become a better defender. If he can do that, then I'll sure. But I just don't know if those, because like you can't have too many guys on maxes on your team. LeBron will eventually leave, and that will help. But yeah, it's interesting. Once we get Kyrie back, I don't see why we can't win the whole thing. Klay Thompson said that. I mean, yeah, it's a good team when they're one of the deepest teams. And then Ollie already, and then if they add Kyrie back, like, that'll move Russell back to the bench, and yeah, that'll be a really deep team. Jokic, my plan is to be a Nugget forever. I mean, I think we already all knew that. There's something about Giannis. His owner, Wes Edens or Edens, I don't know how you say that, said he had a great conversation with Giannis in June, and he made it clear that he's committed to Milwaukee, and he likes having his family here. And then Giannis said he could not recall the meeting. So that's kind of interesting. The owner saying it was a very productive meeting, they had a meaningful talk, and then Giannis just saying he cannot recall it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Giannis there. We'll see if he ever eventually like leaves. I think there's a chance the team this year could look pretty good. Like, a lot of people just say it's awful without him, but like, you know, you got Miles Turner, Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma if he can be good, and then you got like, we'll see if like Ryan Rollins, KPJ, or Cole Anthony, any of those guys can become a solid starting point guard. But I don't know, good work out. And you also got like AJ Green. Yeah. Jeremy Grant says he doesn't really expect that when asked if he was going to be coming off the bench. Yeah, I don't really like. I feel like, I mean, if I was in charge of the Blazers, he's coming off the bench. Obviously, he had a really bad season last year, and then if you want to, like, I'd expect them to want to start Drew Holiday to start now. I mean, Drew Holiday will start when they're fully healthy, no matter what, I would think. But yeah, I think to start the season without Scoot Henderson, it'll be like Drew Holiday, Shaedon Sharpe, and then you have to have Denny Avdia and Toumani Camara as your forwards, and then Donovan Clingan as your starter. So I see it. I don't think it'd be smart to start Jeremy Grant. So I don't know why he's like, if he's been confirmed that he's not coming off the bench, because if that is the case, then that means Shaedon's gonna have to come off the bench, which would be kind of weird. So I don't know. Lou saying he wants Bradley Beal to be an elite defender like he's been in the past. I'm not too familiar with Bradley Beal's defense in the past. Like, I think he was a better defender, obviously, but I don't know if he was ever an elite defender. But I could see that happening, like, if his scoring's going down. Because I'm guessing his defense started to go down, you know, kind of when he getting older, but then also just becoming an elite scorer, because it's harder to be an elite defender if you've become an elite scorer as well, because that's just so much, takes so much energy. That's why like guys like Giannis get tired really fast, and that's why they're like some of the best players in the league, those two-way players that can do it on both ends. But yeah, we'll see if Bradley Beal can get his defense better for the season. LeBron saying he does not waiting on Bryce, because I don't know his timeline, which makes sense. I don't think Bryce is as highly like recruited or whatever as Bronny was, so it would probably be better for Bryce not to go to the league after his first year in college and stuff. So I mean, yeah, makes sense there. Anthony Edwards said his way of staying motivated against lower tier teams this season is by aiming to set a new career high scoring marks in those games. Okay, I mean, that's so when he's playing a lower tier team, just expect him to put up buckets. I guess that's good if you're better. Just look for games when he's playing like the awful teams, like, you know, the Nets or something. Just bet is over. Because then you'll hopefully win, unless he just has a really bad shooting night. DeAndre Ayton saying this is the biggest opportunity of his career. I mean, makes sense, yeah. I mean, after the Portland stint, like, he needs to kind of prove himself as a solid center, because he was that with Phoenix. So coming to LA expecting to be, I mean, LA is expecting to be a contender, I guess, or Lakers fans are expecting him to be. I don't know if they're not really in my eyes at this point, but we'll see how it looks with Ayton and everything, and, you know, Luka and LeBron having a full season together. Bradley Beal explaining why he signed with the Clippers. It wasn't an easy decision. This in particular stuck out a lot. One, who Steve Ballmer is, how he operates, and what he stands for. Their pitch was honestly just better. Okay, so talking about Steve Ballmer, I wonder if there's something under the table. But how he operates and what he stands for, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of funny, just with how, you know, the Kawhi thing. Steve Ballmer seems like he operates by paying people under the table, so I don't know about that one. Giannis says he wants to be on a winning team. Yeah, I mean, he says that all the time. Is he ever going to decide to request trade? I don't know. Kevin Love in Utah. I think everyone thought he was going to get bought out, but I guess that hasn't happened yet, so he's in Utah. I wonder if he'll actually start the season there and if he'll get minutes. That'll be interesting. Kyrie saying he felt like he was top 15 in the world before he got injured. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie was always been one of the top skilled players in the league. Hopefully he can return better than ever after the injury. I mean, I don't know, it's very likely, but hopefully he can at least be, you know, himself. Miles Turner, I'm in a city that wants to celebrate me. There's a quote that says, "Go where you're celebrated." I feel like that's here. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the Pacers kind of celebrated. Everyone loved him after that run. I think this is more about the money. I don't know. He's like bringing this to how he's being celebrated. I think he meant more like how he just went to the place where he got more money. But sure, I don't know. Kawhi Leonard says Aspiration owed him more than $7 million before going bankrupt. Okay. What else is here? Okay, we got a RJ Barrett quote. "We don't have egos over here. Everybody wants to win. I've been on teams where the ball doesn't move, then nothing happens after that. Nobody cares / every man for themselves." I mean, it's good to hear. Like, the Raptors media day, that was obviously the one I'm paying attention most to. It seems like everyone's kind of locked in on playing in the system, you know, especially like it was good to hear that from like Ingram and Barrett. For two guys whose roles might not be like, except like Ingram, I think he could end up putting similar scoring numbers up, but like Barrett, I think his role is going to be a little bit diminished. So, but he's saying no one has egos here. Everybody wants to win, so that's good to hear from him. And he kind of takes a shot at his former team in the Knicks. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you know the Knicks system, how it had been, where it was just you get to the fourth quarter, you get the ball to Jalen Brunson. But yeah, I don't know about that. If it's good to take a shot at a team that's that good right now, but okay. 37-year-old Stephen Curry's trainer claims superstars' explosiveness and first step is at an all-time peak. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know why his trainer, if we should trust his trainer, but yeah. Austin Reeves says he can be an all-star, but doesn't want to become one on a bad team. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. He's been on a pretty successful team since he's been in the league, playing with LeBron. And yeah, I mean, Austin Reeves definitely, I feel like if he goes to another team, you give Austin Reeves the keys, he can put up a lot of points, because you could see him last year. I don't know what his stats were exactly, but he's putting up like 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that. And that's on a team with LeBron, and then it was AD or Luka, you know, depending on if it was before or after the trade. And he's still able to put up those stats. So if he was on a bad team, like if he got put on the Nets right now, I think his stats could be like 25 plus points per game, you know, 6 rebounds, like 7-8 assists or something. And those points, when I say 25 plus, I think it could be close to 30 if he was really on a bad team. People are gonna call us crazy, but I think we're a contender. Bam Adebayo, good for you. Don't think they're a contender. It'll be interesting to see how they play without Tyler Hero at the start of the season with Norm Powell. You know, like Norm Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo. Like, who's gonna be the leading scorer coming out the gate for them? You'd hope it's Bam, but you could definitely see it being Powell. I don't know about it. I don't think it's gonna be Wiggins, but you never know. Wiggins, he can score, we know that. Stephen A has a quote of him saying he's looking forward to his Knicks to capitalizing off the Achilles tear to Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, and Tyrese Halliburton. The New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. It's kind of funny to me how like one of the main basketball talk people is like allowed to be biased to a team. I mean, yeah, just I feel like you don't see that too much where you know, like one of the main guys talking about a sport just has a favorite team, but it doesn't matter too much. It is Stephen A. One thing he can do is he has some quotes that are funny, good for edits. You know, if you know about the edits and stuff of his quotes. There's a narrative that he's not a winner, but I've been close to him and I know that's not true. Anthony Davis on D'Angelo Russell. I don't know if anyone too like actually with the Lakers he wasn't playing well, so maybe that was a narrative. But like, I mean, when he was on the Nets, he helped that team make the playoffs as an all-star. I mean, yeah. DeAndre Ayton says he's now on a team where it counts and he's eager to show what he can do on the big stage. I mean, yeah, now he's on a team that, I mean, yeah, he just explains it perfectly in that quote, I guess. We'll see how well that turns out. You know, first overall pick back in 2018. Yeah, they got in LeBron and Luka now. But, you know, DeAndre Ayton obviously isn't that level. I just want to continue to build my reputation of being the best defender. I feel like I could be the best defender in the league. That's Taylor Hendricks. Missed all of last season because, what was it, like an Achilles or something? I don't actually know what the injury was. But, yeah, he missed all last season after a good rookie season. Like, he can shoot the ball. And then defend as like what is he, like a 6'9" power forward or something. So, I mean, Taylor Hendricks could be a good player. Like the Jazz this season, it's just going to be, they're just going to try to decide who are the guys that they really want to build around and like which ones are there to stay. I'm thinking like, if I look at the Jazz roster right now, I like obviously Walker Kessler, obviously like Ace Bailey, just as he has the highest ceiling there. I think Bryce Sensabaugh is one of the guys that could definitely show that he's like needs to, or they need to keep him there. And then like I don't really know with like the Keontae George, Isaiah Collier, who's really going to prove himself as the point guard they want. I feel like Isaiah Collier is more of a point guard than Keontae George. Like Keontae George is probably best as like a shooting guard, point guard off the bench or something. But I don't know. We'll see if Isaiah Collier can show that he can be a starting point guard in this league. Quinn Cook thinks Kevin Durant 100% would have joined the Mavericks if Kyrie hadn't torn his ACL. I mean, he was traded, so I don't know if it was really his choice, but I mean, I guess if they thought that the package was better for the Mavericks, but I don't know. He's kind of saying that like it was a free agent signing, but it was a trade, so I don't really get that too much. Tyrese Halliburton felt like he had his dream ripped away from him after his tearing his Achilles. Yeah, I mean that's just sad. On the biggest stage was like the stage you dream of, you know, being in the NBA Finals. He hit like 3 threes to start that game. It's looking like he was gonna put up a masterclass. Yeah, it's just sad. Yeah. LaMelo Ball says he doesn't feel any pressure. I don't really have no pressure. Like I said, I just go in, play, and try to get as much wins as we can and do as best as you could. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what you want to hear, I guess. Yeah. Doesn't feel any. I mean, I feel like his pressure is mostly just to play games. If he can play games, then he's all good. But if he gets injured again, then it's just he's gonna have to play some games eventually. D'Lo is glad to have structure with the Mavericks. Yeah, I mean the Mavericks is a very deep team. Should always have good players around them. So yeah, that could be good. I think we're getting close to the end here of quotes, at least. Yeah. Now it's just about LeBron on Kai's stream. Is there any other? Okay, well, we can talk about news now. Recently, like just as I was about to record this, Kuminga finally agreed on the deal, so he is going back to the Golden State Warriors for now. I mean, we'll see if he ends up getting traded. He didn't like report to media day, and neither did the GM or Steve Kerr, I think. So they're all kind of trying to avoid that situation, but it got resolved today, which is good, I guess. I mean, what was the deal he ended up taking here? Let me check real quick. It was he took the 2-year one, 2-year, 48.5 million. So he's making 24 a year. That's not bad. And then if he proves himself, he can, you know, get to that 30. I mean, the only problem is the team he's on right now is just, will he have the chance to prove himself? And yeah, maybe he'll get traded eventually. I don't know. But yeah, I think that is about it. We're getting really close to the season. Preseason starts this Thursday, and is that the game in Abu Dhabi, I think, with the Knicks and the 76ers. That should be fun. Just to watch basketball in general. I don't know. I forget. NBA preseason, they normally play the starters, right? But it just, I forget if they start with playing the starters and then and I feel like they, because like, yeah, I'm just thinking about other sports, like in the NHL, they normally start with like worst players at the start of the preseason, and then they move on up, and then the starters start getting minutes near the end. But I feel like it might be the opposite of the NBA. They just like put their starters in for a little bit, you know, just show that they can play well, and then they put in their backups, and then eventually pull their starters from preseason after like 2 or 3. But yeah, I don't know if that's how it works exactly, but guess we'll see. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll have some more videos coming. I'm gonna record like a bunch of videos like right now, and then just release them over the next couple weeks, because I don't have time to record this week after today. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, like and subscribe if you would like, and yeah, goodbye.